Oh joys, I am so uncomfortable here. Hi! So, it's been ages since I've made a video. I have actually no idea what to say, do, or... Okay, so this is really just a video for people who follow me on Instagram, and I put a post up saying, you know, should I do a tutorial on how I should block my eyebrows, and I've had a few people actually DM me and be all like, oh my god, can you show me how you block your brows out? Not as aggressively as that, but it was aggressive. So, you don't really need like a shit ton of good things. I'm gonna show you what I use, and believe me, it's the cheapest of the cheap. I have like a few bits of expensive stuff and that's really it. Okay, so you're gonna need like a glue stick. This is Elmers washable glue. It is amazing, and any drag queen, cosplayer, or anyone who does SFX knows how great this is. However, as you can see, it's a certain consistency. I don't know how to explain it, but it's very... I just licked the glue. It's very, I don't know how to put it. It's not waxy. Here in Ireland we have Pritt stick, and that's very waxy, and it leaves like all these little dents, and it just doesn't blend. So try and get yourself a glue that's cheap, and kind of has this consistency to it. It's like not even waxy, it's kind of like hard, but I can't explain it, you'll know when you see it. Foundation that matches your skin colour or somewhat near it, because I tan a lot and I can't get a foundation that matches my skin colour. Anyways. Baby wipes, because you're a baby and you need to cry all the time when you don't get your eyebrows on point. Powder brush. Now, this is a NYX powder brush, and I swear to god I'm not going to be all like the beauty gurus who are like, you can get this in like NYX for like $49.50 and it's like amazing. No. Before this, I used a very small fucking brush that literally looked like a shaving thing that you'd use to put shaving on. Like, it wasn't that, but it looked like that. It got the powder off. Now, of course, it didn't really get all of it off, but if you want, I suggest using a highlighting brush. Like a really, really fine one. As you can get in your like drugstore or pharmacy, as people in England would call it. Or here in Ireland. Why is it called a drugstore if drugs are illegal? Well, we aren't going to dwell on that, so we're not. A concealer brush that should be washed. Setting translucent powder. Sweet Jesus. You will need a pad for this setting translucent powder. I use a W7, it's amazing. Any loose powder, do not, for the sweet love of all things holy, use a pressed powder. It does not make it last. Pressed powder is literally shit. I don't even know how to find any good in it. I used it for so long, it was shit. Your everyday arts and hobbies sponge. Arts and hobbies is an expensive shop, but go to an art shop and get these like little sponges. I ripped this off. I'm just kind of ripping it off, kind of just for demonstration purposes. All you need is a chunk of it, you don't need the whole fucking thing. This is a plastic brush, as you can tell. It's got a lot of glue in it, which is good, and I'll tell you why. I used originally I used this and I broke it because the glue was too tough to do. But why I like this plastic and you keep the glue in instead of washing it, I could wash it and maybe it'd give me a better result, but I like it as it is that what happens is, as it's hard, it still kind of combs it, but also, you know, as it combs it, it also flattens it, which makes it good. Last but not least, a concealer. Now, you want to have two. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to use the one. The reason you want two is you want a dark one and a light one. The light one is a backup, just in case you fucked up the eyebrow and you start seeing more blue. You put the light, you let it all set, you let it all dry, and then you put the light one on and blend it in. I'll show it later, but I'll explain it anyway. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna have to put like a mirror over here or somewhere. Give me a second, please. With the power of video editing, I'm back. Now, I have a mirror here sitting on a stool because I am on the floor. So, I'm only over here looking at the mirror, if you see me flick my eyes. Kind of looks good in this direction. Oh, God, I look horrible! Well, what's new? So what you want to do is you want to get your glue and your fucking stick wherever it's got. And I use a big fat one because I have the most thickest eyebrows, even though I pluck them off. They're really fucking thick. And what I do is I kind of change it up each time. Sometimes I do circles, sometimes I just go quick. It depends on what, not really what look, but how quick I have to go. But if I'm doing it properly, I actually just build it up. I kind of do like a light layer first. I pull at the eyebrow, because if you pull at the eyebrow you're getting all the hairs. And you want to get all those hairs, even the small ones. And here's why I just kind of go in circles. Some people do small circles. I kind of just do a big messy brow. And I just begin to block it out really, and that's it. Now once your eyebrows look a complete mess like this, you use this to brush it in the direction the hair goes. I have seen cosplayers, for the love of sweet Jesus in heaven, I am a blasphemous person, sue me. Or fucking pray for me, or whatever you want to do. And, oh my god, there's a difference in effort and laziness. And here's the thing, there are cosplayers who think they know what they're doing, and they just start out. Now, I'm not a professional cosplayer, nor do I want to see myself. I want to see myself as an entertainer, rather than a professional, because you can be a professional, but in a professional setting. When you're having fun out cosplaying, you know, you can be professional, but you gotta have fun. Anyway, I'm brushing these out up in the direction my hair is going, and I'm making sure my hair is properly flat. And I'm like really digging deep into it. I'm going heavy. But going back to my little rant, I've seen cosplayers not block their eyebrows out, they just fucking throw foundation on and they think they've blocked their brows out. No honey, you literally look like you didn't have breakfast and you just got your head into it and just went, oh, this will cover my eyebrows. That sounded like Cher when she like had a voice break or something. Now once they're all flattened out, you want to get a piece of your baby wipe. And all you have to really do is this. I'll show you what you have to do. You want to just wipe it off. Not the actual bloody glue, you just want to wipe around the edges, making sure it is not too sticky. See, all glue will have this wax come off it, but that's just glue. But the thing about Elmers is that when it blends, it doesn't show. And that's why I love it. I have so many art commissions to do, it's not even right. And I have to go teach French in like 2 weeks. Well, assist in French teaching really. Okay, I forgot one thing. You want to use something that kind of like blow them dry or something. I don't know, you can use a hairdryer in like a cold setting to speed up the process, but if you're early in the morning and you have to go out to Pride or something, you don't want to wake anybody up with your gay ass. So once they're like tacky, oh my god, it's that spot. Oh, it's that spot. Depending on how thick your eyebrows are, depending on how thick your eyebrows are, you gotta do more layers. It's a fun process, I swear. As you can see, the purple is now going to help hide it out. It turns clear when it dries, but it really does help it hide it out. Now we dry that second layer. Oh Jesus, there's a wee bit of excess here. Just make sure you pull out all these little excess bits because they will fucking show in the foundation and it is not pretty. And I'm going to do a third layer. My fourth layer I will do it moist. Okay, so this is what you want to do. Before your final layer, you actually want to get the powder out now. Because if you don't get the powder out now, you lose a chance. As you can see, I've already got a wee bit of powder ready. Anyway, this is dry now. This is the last layer I use. He's in the fucking thing. This is where I actually lick it. Last layer, I give it a lick to moisturize it up. And look, it's not toxic or anything. As you do that, you get your little powder puff. And you press it into the powder, get as much powder on as possible. I don't know why I did that. And you just don't heavily put it in, lightly tap it on first. Okay, lightly. And then after it's lightly in, then you start pressing it in. Once this is all set in, you just want to like brush the excess off really. It won't be as much excess as you think there is because it dries into it. Now usually my eyebrows don't look this thick, it's because I have not actually plucked them in ages. So, fun times. And any excess, you know, this shit, any excess glue lying about, just peel it off. Try not to peel it off your eyebrow, just peel it off in general. Because you want to do this before you put the powder, not the powder, you want to do this before you put the foundation on, because it shows through the foundation. I'm not joking you, it does. And I learned this through Pritt stick use. So once you have that done, you want to get your little concealer brush and your concealer. I use NYX. Just get a cheap concealer is all I tell you. You can anything creamy rather than watery will last longer. All you just gotta do is just put it in the thing and then just pat it on. Don't use your finger because the heat of your finger will melt the glue. I learned that the hard way. See, this is cold, so of course this will work much more easier and it just gets it on quicker. And you have to cover out everything, not just the brow. You want to actually blend it into your skin. And you'll see why. Okay, so my camera's after dying on me. And I'm after changing to this now. But as you can see, I actually like it now because I can see what I'm doing. As you can see, when you do it this way, it really blocks it out. And it makes it just much more easier to handle, to be honest with you. Now, I don't know about the audio quality in this phone camera, but we can just hope for the best, that's all I can say. So this is where the sponge comes into play. You want to use a sponge. And I'm going to kind of rip this in half a wee bit. And how did my glue get all the way over there? I don't know. You want to blend out the edges. Not really the middle, just the edges. Just blend them out so when you like cover them again, it doesn't show too much. And I'm not going to do the mirror because my phone is literally sitting on the fucking mirror. I should do my videos more on my phone actually. Like the amount of time it took me to focus that damn camera. And then once you are finished with that, all you gotta do is just pop a small bit more concealer on, just to get rid of those blue marks fully. On the brow, not all around it, just on the brow this time. And I'm just gonna do a wee bit over here, just kind of blend out that brow really. Because I can kind of see it in the camera that it's not fully blended out yet. So you can kind of see the line, I don't want that line to be seen. Well, when you do the makeup, of course, you won't see it. Once you have that done, just lightly press it, but like kind of go in circles around the brow. I learned that from Ms. Cracker when I was watching her video. So light circles around the brow, so it stays on the actual brow. I've said brow too many times, you get the picture. As you can see, it's starting to hide away. Now, with a sponge as well, try and get one that's not got concealer on it, something like this. Get the powder again, wherever I put it. Not a sponge, shit. With this here, you get the powder again. Slightly tap it in. Well, heavy for me. And then just tap it on the concealer. Because you want to set that concealer down, because if you don't, I'm telling you now, if you don't, that messes up your foundation colour. And, oh Jesus! I can't do a unibrow already, to be honest with you, because my eyebrows are really close to each other. I used to have a unibrow, but I can't pluck it. I hated it though, but like, it's gone now. And, you know, you don't really have to like let this set. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, the fucking wind is coming in and blowing the powder all over me. Just get like that off your eye. And then you just wanna take the excess off really. Now here's where the sponge comes in handy. Do not, and I repeat, do not use a beauty blender for this, because the beauty blender does not work for this. I don't know why people do, but the beauty blender will only work if you're using a cream. And cream foundations are very expensive. If you get these type of foundations, like a liquid, you put a wee bit on a sponge and let it go in. I just let a wee bit of it go in, and you just slightly do little circles. It like, you don't want to over blend it, because if you over blend it, it's going to start showing the blue, and you don't want the blue seen. You blend out the edges, not the actual thing itself, because if you blend it on the eyebrow, it starts to show, and that's not pretty. And once you have all this done, all you gotta do is just get that powder and repeat the final step. Lightly tap it on so you don't pull the foundation off. So make sure you have plenty of powder, because I'm running out. I have to buy more at the weekend. And that's really how I block out my eyebrows. Now, once you do like another third layer of a full coverage on your whole face, you won't see those brows at all. I want to thank you all for watching this. I should have made a video ages ago, but like, you know, school is finally over. I'm going into college now, so I'll be able to hopefully over summer maybe do a video at least once a week. But you'll have to tell me on Instagram what you want me to do, because honestly I haven't a clue half the time. So it's more up to your choice rather than mine. But thank you all for watching, and I hope you learned something.